Hi friends, it's Angie from Angie Rose Nomad and welcome back to the channel. So today, when I should be doing laundry, I'm actually filming my Friday Reads video for you guys. So last week I did a vlog. This week I'm doing the usual Friday Reads sit down. Let me know what you like better. I have not been able to read a lot lately because of two reasons. One, if you watched the vlog, you would have known that I was helping my sister move house. And I still am, so this weekend is going to be insane. She has 3 days to move everything out. Hectic times. But number two, the book that I want to talk to you guys about today put me in the biggest reading slump ever. So I think for the month of September, I have read 3 books. That is the worst month I've had all year, and it's because of this book right here. It's called 13 by Steve Kavanaugh. So this is described as a legal courtroom thriller, which, my friends, it is not. It is not at all. I found it to be very slow, very draining. It was supposed to be a thriller, but I was not thrilled. I was not nervous or anything like that. So when I think of thriller, I want to associate it with something like the Netflix show Bodyguard. I binged that show in a weekend, and if you have not watched it, I strongly recommend it. But basically in that show, from the first episode through the last episode, it felt like I couldn't breathe. And that is what I really want out of a thriller. This book, however, under-delivered immensely. So the premise is that we have this serial killer who is not on trial for a murder, but rather he's on the jury. And we're also following a defense attorney by the name of Eddie Flynn. I think this is the 4th in the Eddie Flynn series. He's going through some troubling times in his own personal life, but agrees to be on the defense counsel for this movie star that is being charged with a double homicide. And the problem I had with Eddie Flynn right away is that he's not a very likable character. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not unlikable, but nothing he does really jumps off of the page, and I really wasn't invested in him like I want to be. If there is a defense attorney in a book perspective, I am typically either looking to be completely on board with this person 100% and agree what they are fighting for, or think that they're a giant scumbag. Either way, I want to have really strong opinions about when I read about a defense attorney. And that was not this book. It was just kind of lackluster. And we didn't actually get to the actual trial until about halfway through. Now, Steve Kavanaugh really tried to amp up the tension in the last 50 or so pages of this book, but it just did not work for me. I was checked out at this point. The only reason that I kept reading was because I was like, Angie, you have to finish reading a book this month. You can't just read 2. So that's basically it. That and Jacqueline over at Weeby Bookin' and Shelby from Shelby Taggart Reads are doing a kind of book club on YouTube called Thriller After Dark, and this was the September pick. And normally I really trust, books that they pick out. They read a ton of thrillers which I typically enjoy myself. I'm pretty sure they have not read this yet though. And yeah, it just was not for me. I'm going to be unhauling this, and you will see this book very soon in an upcoming book unhaul, because I cleaned out my bookshelf and under the bed and in my closet. So now I have all of my books arranged like I want them to, with the exception of books that I am keeping. So books that I have already read and determined that I wanted them on my shelf for good. Like, I wanted to keep them in my life. They are in a separate portion of my closet, and I need to go through and really say to myself, are you ever going to reread this again? There's a reason you kept it. If you can immediately think of that reason, great. If not, you need to plan a reread soon. And hopefully in doing this, I will find my Agatha Christie collection, because she's gone missing. The dame is missing, you guys. I don't know where my Agatha books are, and it's driving me insane. That's the only place it could be at this point, because I have books nowhere else. So I think I am probably unhauling about 20 to 25 books from that clean out. Very, very excited about it. But let's get on to some books that I need to get to this weekend. And like I said, my sister is moving, so I don't know if I'm going to get a lot of reading done, but I'm going to try. I need to power through at least 3 books by the end of September. I don't know how well I'll do. But the first is The Vicarage Murder. I always forget the name of this book. Right there. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is by Faith Martin. I got this from NetGalley and I need your advice. So I am not getting on with this book. I'm about 52% of the way through and it is just not for me. It was billed as a cozy mystery and yeah, it's not really cozy. It's not really making me feel all the warm, cozy tingles that I want it to. So if you do not like a book from NetGalley, do you have to provide a review for it? Do you send an email to someone that says this book's not for me, I'm so sorry? Because currently right now I have that book tying me up on NetGalley. I have so many books that I need to review for them, but I haven't been able to read any of my September books because of that freaking book that was due out in August and I needed to post my review. It's driving me nuts. Just like this fly. He knows when I film and he comes back inside. You guys, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. On a plus note, I am not filming at an even hour, so no clock noises shall be heard in this video. The next book that I need to finish is one that I am... Do you mind? Now he's just showing off. The next book that I'm reading is one of the September picks for the Facebook book club that I participate in. Link will be in the description as always, and it is called Scythe by Neil Shusterman. So we are following Citra and Rowan, who have been chosen to be apprentice scythes to a scythe named Scythe Faraday. And basically they're learning all about taking lives and the manner of, you know, why they have to do it and how they can do it, things along that. So basically everything negative has been wiped out in this book. You don't age anymore. You can actually revert your age. So people can be like 200 but look 16. There is no hunger, no poverty. It's basically a perfect world. But they decided that because of this perfect world, they had to have some way to kind of even the scales a bit. And hence the scythedom was born, where they have to glean people, basically killing them. And yeah, that's just a way to keep the population in control. However, between chapters of this book, we are getting a point of view from a scythe's journal. And it seems from those journal pages that not all is content in the kingdom. So, cannot wait to finish this. I'm on page 97 out of a whole bunch. I'm on page 97 out of like 435, and I have a couple of days till the end of September to get this read so I can talk about it with the book club. Wish me luck. By the way, I don't know if you guys can see this because it's like yellow on yellow with some red, so it probably looks like this book is really good at blending in. But this copy, like this cover, gets so dirty so easily. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yep, right there. I mean, just look at it. Oh, like it feels really good and it's really nice to read. It has a good weight to it. But man, this cover though just gets nasty really, really quick. And then the last book that I hope to read this weekend, because I think it was due at the library today, but I'm saying no library. I'm going to keep it until I read it because I don't want to be on the wait list again. I already was once and it wasn't fun. And it is called Someone We Know by Sherry Lapina. So this is following the story of a woman named Olivia. And Olivia lives in a kind of sleepy suburban community in New York State. Olivia's son, Raleigh, decides that he gets a kick out of going into people's houses and getting on their computer, learning a little bit more about their secrets and sending some prank emails in the process. However, there has been a murder. There is a newish couple to the neighborhood, Richard and Amanda has been found in the boot of her car, submerged in the lake. So I am not very far into it yet, but I'm imagining that these two stories are going to intersect somehow. Raleigh has confessed to his mother, Olivia, that he did break into Richard and Amanda's home, and Olivia, in a fit of, I guess, guilt, decides that she's going to write a letter to the two homes that he confessed that he broke into. And one of them being Richard, and Richard is kind of thinking to himself, oh crap, she knows something, or this kid knows something. But I'm thinking that it's going to be too easy if it is Richard that had something to do with Amanda's death. Cannot wait to finish this book. Okay, guys, so those are the 3 books that I'm going to try and end September with. Hopefully I can get to them. Maybe I can be a speed reader for once in my life. I'm looking forward to October, though, because, you know, I just have so much books. I'm looking forward to October, though, because, you know, I just have so many books that I want to get to by the end of the year. But a lot of books that I was meaning to read in September were not available on audio. So I'm going to be looking and seeing if my library has some October books on audio. That way I can get through some more, hopefully, beside 3. Because I need to, because this is ridiculous. Do you guys ever have really bad reading months? Am I being too hard on myself? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you are going to be reading this weekend. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to become part of the tribe if you have not already. I will see you very soon with a new bookish video. Bye.